Okay, so let me start off this video by saying I am not an expert on any of this stuff I'm about to talk about. I'm just somebody who is in their late 20s and who really is starting to just come into myself and finding myself. So this video is how to find yourself in your 20s. These are just a few things that helped me, I feel like, get on track. The first thing I feel like for me helped is to stop drifting. So what do I mean by that? Basically, moving aimlessly through life, not having a sense of direction, not having a true sense of self or a sense of purpose or knowing what you want to do. You have to realize first that that is what you're doing. You may not know what you want to do yet, but you have to take a serious look inside into yourself and to see what it is that you actually want to do. If you're in your early 20s, there might be something that you were really good at, that you enjoyed a lot in high school as a kid growing up. You got to go back into that. The older you get, the further you get away from stuff like that, if you let life steer you away, and life steers a lot of people away. Next, I'll say it's important, once you get out of that, to lean into who you are. So there may be certain traits of yourself you're repressing, certain aspects of yourself you're holding back. Maybe that be out of seeking approval from others, or not wanting to come off a certain kind of way. You have to be yourself. You have to really be yourself. You have to be more of who you are. And that's not saying if you're a jerk to like be a jerk, but to be your full self and don't be ashamed. Excuse me. Whew. Don't be ashamed to be your full self. You have to really put effort into being okay with, I guess, kind of letting it all hang out. Not in a way that's crazy, in a respectable way, of course, but making sure that you're being yourself. I feel like, at least for me, I lost a lot of who I am in going through my earlier part of my 20s, and that's something that's really important to just be more of. Like, lean into that, like, go full stop, like, just be you. I can't really explain it any way other than that. All right, so next is taking a calculated risk. So if you are like 30 and under watching this video, you probably have certain opportunities that are going to present themselves in your life, and then there's like a path that you should take, maybe like a safer path. You, while you still have the time, should take the calculated risk. I'm not saying like quit your job with no money and like move out and be broke and like be a bum. Never be a bum. This is not a video telling you to be a bum. Never be a bum. But what I am saying is, if you have a chance to like go to this town and do this thing, and you're getting this opportunity, you have to go. You got to do it, because you not only will you'll probably get the opportunity again, but you'll never be this young as you are now. And there's like only certain things you can do like at certain ages. So you gotta play into that. You can't let opportunities like that slip by you. So another thing that helped me a lot is focusing on things you can change. So in life, you made it this far, you're out of high school, you're in your 20s, you probably went through some level of bullying or some kind of scrutiny in high school, or maybe you were popular, I don't know. But there are aspects about you that you cannot change, whether that be like your height or your skin color, your eye color. Maybe you're bigger than you want to be. Those are things you can change, but there are aspects that you can't. You have to accept those. You have to accept those parts of you, whether that be whatever it is. If you don't, you're going to spend life struggling, and you're going to say the reason that I didn't get this is because of that. The reason that this didn't happen is because of this. Oh, they don't like me because of that. They don't want to be around because of this. The reason they don't like you is because you have an inferiority complex. You have to get over what you don't have and lean into what you do have. And if you have an inferiority complex, maybe you don't think you do, maybe this video can help you realize you might have one. Like, look into that. Like, if somebody says something and you're real sensitive about that topic, That's what it is. You got to be able to joke about it yourself. You got to, it can't mean anything to you, because like life is short. You came here, this is how you are now. Like it's probably not going to change because it's something you can't change. That's just what it is. You just got to like, you have to really accept it and integrate it into part of your life. Okay, so another one that's really big, and this one may be more universal for a lot of people. If you didn't grow up in a home where people were speaking positively to you, or maybe even if they did, you just like for whatever reason didn't believe what they were saying, you have to unlearn self-limiting beliefs. So what I mean by that, self-limiting belief, like, oh, I can't do this because I've never done it. Or I was cool with a guy. I remember his birthday was coming up. I was like, oh, you're gonna have a good birthday? He was like, nah, I never do. I was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, I've never had a good birthday. I was like, maybe you've never had a good birthday because you had one bad birthday, and then the next one happened, and now you just feel like, oh, I can never have good birthdays. And if you see this, shout out to you, bro. But it's just like, you can't believe that you're gonna draw that into your life. You're speaking that over yourself. Don't speak negative things over your life. You're being your own worst enemy. There's no reason for you to feel that way. And if you do feel that way, stop and ask yourself, okay, like for me, I used to believe that I wasn't worth getting good things, because growing up stuff would break on me, and I would get like leftovers, and I wouldn't have the best of whatever, and I just felt like, oh, it's just meant for me not to have the best. I had to stop myself. The AC in my car went out. I was like, it was out of my car from like 16 to like 24. I eventually ended up getting a new car, and I had the belief, because I went to get the AC fixed 3 times. Ended up spending probably over $3,000 over the course of having that car from 16 to 24, trying to get the AC fixed. It never would stay fixed. I had to realize one day, you deserve good things. Like that and other things that made me feel like things just weren't going to go my way, and that was just how it was. You got to let that go. You got to realize you're thinking like that, and you got to let it go, because it holds you back in a way, you know. Another one is accepting life setbacks. So in life, bad things are going to happen. It's kind of like the sun comes up, the sun has to come back down. Stuff is just going to happen. There's nothing you can do about random stuff that happens, because it's just going to happen. Like, shoot, you run over a nail, you get a flat tire. Why you're saying, why me? Well, who else would you rather it happen to? Are you gonna name somebody that you know you would rather that to happen to? You just gotta like roll with the punches. You can't let stuff hit you too hard, and there's a lot of things in life that can hit you very hard. And take your time, lick your wounds, and you gotta find a way to recover. You gotta find a way to get back into it. Another one, and this one I feel like, if you are somebody who comes from like an athletic background, this probably won't be as hard for you. But learning to take criticism, and I'm not saying to take hate or take people talking trash about you, but genuine criticism, you got to learn to be able to accept that. Listen to what the person is saying, take it with a grain of salt, and say, do they have an actual point? If it's somebody who cares about you, like a friend or a family member that you trust, and you know they have your best interests at heart, they're not speaking from a place of spite or hate, you gotta like, dang, maybe I am a bit lazy, or dang, maybe I should clean up my room. Man, I do have a habit of like pushing people away off the first thing that they do. Like, you have to allow for that. Next, and this one, sometimes in life you got to keep your goals to yourself. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing, because some people are going to try to talk you out of it. Some people are going to try to take your idea and run with it, and a lot of the time you never know what that person, what their interests are, especially like being young. Like in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, like mid 20s even. Today, heck, I've had situations where I really thought, man, this person would not do this thing. They're cool. The person did the thing. I'm like, dang. Or it's like, Maybe even on some, oh bro, I'm talking to this girl, man, she's so this and that. Or are you a girl, you talking to a dude, come find out he go and try to talk to her. Like, what? I thought you were my boy. You're going behind my back? That's crazy. Why would you do that? And you never know. You never, people be on backdoor type stuff. People plotting on your downfall. Some people may be jealous of you and you don't realize it. You think y'all are cool. You think y'all are boys. You think y'all are girls. They're not your boy. They're not your girl. They're plotting on you. They're plotting on you. You don't even realize it because you're blinded by your love for them. Because you care about them. Because you're not that kind of person. But they are. You don't realize it. So pay attention to the little things people do. That's one of those things that's like a giveaway, at least in snooping out that. But this video is not about finding out who your fake friends are. This video is about finding yourself in your 20s. So I guess that's part of it too, because you're gonna meet people, you're gonna meet friends. So go out, meet people, date, have friendships. I've had many friendship breakups. I ain't gonna say many. Many's crazy. Many's crazy. That's a bit much. I've had several friendship groups fall apart, and they fall apart from me sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you. Maybe not me. You just never know where people are at. But you gotta try things. You can't be afraid, and you can't let a love lost or a friendship lost or anything like that keep you back. Heck, reason I even got back in college was I was working at UPS. I dropped out of school, I moved up here, and I was working at UPS, and I'm in there throwing these boxes, working like 1 a.m., 9 p.m. It's like peak season, and I'm in here with people old enough to be my parents. I'm like 20 at the time. I'm like, dang, this lady really beside me, old enough to be my mom. Like, this dude really old enough to be my dad. He's in a back brace throwing these boxes. We got 3 trucks, 100-pound packages. I'm like, man, this cannot be my life. Heck no. It inspired me to go back to school. And sometimes you need like a wake-up call like that, especially being so young. You need like a moment where like, this ain't for me. And if you don't know what's not for you, it's hard to know what you want to do. You got to really find out, okay, what do I not want to absolutely do? You got to find out, what do I not want to do? And I think that can help you narrow things down, because you never really know until you know. And sometimes you might have a situation, like I had a friend unfortunately passed away when I was like 19, and it really set me back. It took me years to recover from that. I had like not fell out of love with life, but I was like, I was like, what's the point of it all? Because like, if he can just go like that, then why am I even, what's the meaning of doing anything? And the meaning of life, I feel like, not to be on some deep stuff, is that you have to find your purpose. And I think your 20s should be about finding what your purpose is. And my camera is overheating, and I think that'll be the end of this video for now. Y'all have a good one.